From the Blaine Baseball Complex on North Metro TV, it's high school baseball this afternoon on North Metro TV. 39 and cloudy, but here we are on the 20th day of April with some high school ball for the first time on North Metro TV. J.W. Cox with you as the Armstrong Falcons into town to take on the Blaine Bengals. Bengals 1-1 through their first two games of the season, a win in their last game out, against Coon Rapids, 2-0. A walk-off loss at Andover in their season opener. That came bottom of the seventh, 3-2. Meanwhile, a loss in their opener for Armstrong, and they've won 3 straight since, so they sit at 3-1. Your starting pitcher will be Joey Powers for the Blaine Bengals. His second start of the season. He started that opening game, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, gave up 2 runs. They were both unearned. He'll face a lineup of Isaac Pallone, Noah Wisejohn, Dayton Frankie, Grant Proctor, Dylan Eninger, Christian Munt, Eric Berg, Owen Reeve, and Bryce Campbell. The 9 in the lineup for Robbinsdale Armstrong. Starts with the second baseman, the senior Isaac Pallone. Wisejohn and Frank will follow. First pitch in there from Joey Powers. Misses low and inside. Just underway. A little bit after 4:30. It is just a shade below 40 degrees as the second pitch is in there. Called a strike. So no balls, or excuse me, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pallone, the senior second baseman. Great feeling for these guys. Obviously, this is not their first game for us covering, but to be back out there this year as the 1-1 pitch is taken inside. It's 2 balls and a strike on Wiseman. 4 walks, make it 3 walks, and the 4 strikeouts in that first at bat. First game of the season for him, rather, as this one's chopped foul. It'll be strike 2. Evens the count at 2-2. Noah Wisejohn and Dayton Frank to follow. Top 3 hitters in the order for the Armstrong Falcons. Last time they played back in 2019, they went 13-9, 1-2, and then lost 2 straight in the section tournament to end their last competitive season. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Pop foul that will flare its way over on the practice infield back behind us here at the Blaine Baseball Complex. Stays 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that's the theme for both of these teams. Not a whole lot of varsity at-bats coming back for either one of these squads this year after last year's cancellation as the Two-Toes again reach for and push foul by Pallone. As you look at it, even a senior like Pallone here. Reverse the clock pre-2020. In 2019, he'd have been a sophomore. This one's fifted out to shallow center field. Will drop for a base hit just out onto the grass, and Pallone starts it off with a single. So the lead runner on for the Falcons here in the top of the first inning. Blaine Baseball Complex set the defense for the Bengals. Ethan Larson's out there in center field. Preston Myers in right. Gavin Gillen in left. Infield, Adam Pewter at third base. Ben Walraff at shortstop. Brendan O'Brien plays second, and Ethan Pettis is at first base. Joey Powers, the pitcher, as mentioned, and Spencer Helberg is his catcher. Watches the breaking ball bend into his glove there to Noah Wisejohn, the senior center fielder for the Falcons. It's a strike, no balls and 1 strike. Runner on, leadoff hitter there. Game number 5 of the season for the Falcons, game number 3 for the Bengals. A 1 pitch, that's again flared foul. So 2 left-handed hitters busted in multiple times by Joey Powers so far. They flip those foul over the Bengal dugout on the first base side. Bengal dugout looks a little different than the last time there was competitive baseball, the last season of competitive baseball. Quick throw over, check on Pallone. It's technically the second year for head coach Ted Erickson, but here in game number 3, this would just be game number 3. 2020 was supposed to be his first campaign as he was hired in August of 2019. The 0-2 grounded up the middle, could be 2. There's Walraff, he'll step on the bag for 1, throw over to first is not in time. And no pick anyway, just a little bit of a long stretch to try and get that one off to the left for Ethan Pettis. They will get the out. Fielder's choice goes 6 unassisted out at second base to retire Pallone. Wisejohn replaces him at first. 1 down for Dayton Frank. Walraff up the middle there. Did play in 3 games. Not listed as an at-bat back in 2019. And he would represent the lone varsity action for the Bengals. Check swing on a 3rd straight left-handed hitter to face the righty Joey Powers. Big first baseman, a freshman, Dayton Frank. Couple of breaking balls we've seen. One dropped into Weisjohn for a called first strike. That one missed too far inside, the 1-0. Now the fastball up and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Just below 40 degrees, just after 4:30 for the first pitch here on this April 20th high school ball game here outdoors at the the Blaine Baseball Complex. As a 2-0 pitch taken for a strike. Frank made him come over the plate. 4 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, both unearned the first time against Andover. Quick throw over there for Joey Power. Just underway, leadoff base hit, fielder's choice. 1 down, runner at first base here in the top half of the first inning. Bengals and Falcons, this Northwest Suburban Conference matchup. Hit batter right into the back of Dayton Frank. So Powers will put 2 on with 1 out for Grant Proctor, the cleanup hitter. Right into the numbers of Dayton Frank, so he earns that one. Little loop out to center field, short ground ball, slow ground ball that crawled over the mound for the fielder's choice out at second. Now the hit batter, bunt shown by Proctor. He'll pull it back with a fastball against the first right-handed hitter of the game. 3 lefties out of the gates. 14th year head coach Brian Sobich. He's taken this program to the state tournament 3 times, including a 3rd place finish back in 2015. The 1-0 bunt shown, this time a strike. So no balls and 1 strike. Senior Proctor. One, swing and a miss. Showed bunt twice, got in a 1-1 count, took a big hack, came up empty. Did Grant Proctor, the senior 3rd baseman. Last 2 games, Falcons have been scoring runs aplenty. They've outscored their opponents 20-2 in the last 2 games. 1-2 pitch. Chopped slowly, right side. Should be 1 out over there for O'Brien. Up with it over to first in time. They do get Proctor for throwing on the putout. Weisjohn goes down to 3rd, and Dayton Frank out to 2nd. Still 2 on and 2 outs. Going to take a clutch hit from Dylan Inninger. Inninger, tall right-handed swinging DH. Top of the first, Joey Powers trying to work around a jam here with 2 in scoring position and 2 outs. No score so far. That one back to the lead foot of Inninger out of the box just a bit. Called a strike on the inner half. 2nd of 5 batters now that Powers has delivered a first pitch strike. The 0-1. Missed off the plate outside. Helberg held it for just an extra second. It's even up, 1 ball and 1 strike. Christian Munt, today's starting pitcher for the Falcons, would follow if the inning continues. 1-1. Breaking ball served out to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. That will easily score 2 runs. Weisjohn already in. Frank coming home as Inninger digs for 2nd. The relay not in time. It's a 2-run loop double down the right field line for the Falcons. And Inninger, the senior DH, gives them an early 2-0 lead. Said it would take a clutch 2-out knock. Inninger delivers, and he hears a little bit of ribbing from his dugout about the speed legging it around to second base. He's out there with the 2 RBI. So a tough first inning, started with the lead single. Another left-handed hitter takes a strike on the inner half. This is the pitcher, Christian Munt. 3 lefties to start. Back-to-back righties in the 3-4 spot, or the 4-5 spots rather. And now Munt in the 6th spot. Takes a pitch upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, 2 in, top of the first inning. Munt delivers this one up towards the lights as he swings and flips it foul. Strike away from limiting the damage after the 2-out double from Inninger. 1-2, upstairs. Fastball lofted high and away out of his hand. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Inside pitch turned on, but off the hands and fouled down, then off the body of Christian Munt. Stays 2 balls and 2 strikes. Strike 3 called on the outer half, so a big punch out for Joey Powers. But not before the clutch 2-out hit from Dylan Integer. Makes it a 2-0 lead. 2 hits in the inning, 1 left on. No errors. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. Bengals coming to bat for the first time after this. It's high school baseball on North Metro TV.
In order for us to continue participating in athletics and activities,
we need to work together.
Wash your hands often, especially when you're in public areas.
If you're sick, stay home.
Stay at least 6 feet away from other people and do not hang out in groups.
Cover your nose and mouth with a mask or use a cloth face covering.
Help keep us in the game.
Please practice health and safety protocols so we can keep doing what we love.
mask up, Rebels.
Tornadoes.
Cardinals. Bengals.
Huskies.
Mask up, Anoka Henderson.
Headed to the bottom half of the first inning, Bengals and Falcons. From the Blaine Baseball Complex. Umpire over talking to the Bengal coaching staff, led out here in action by Ted Erickson. Hired back in 2019, didn't get that first year in 2020, but the Bengal baseball product now in charge of this squad, and off to a 1-1 start through the first 2 games. Sits out a lineup of Ben Walraff, the senior shortstop, to lead things off. Then Joey Powers, the pitcher, batting second. Gavin Gillen is in left field. He'll bat third. The junior Preston Myers bats cleanup. He plays right field. Ethan Larson is the center fielder. He's the senior. He'll bat fifth. Adam Puter is the third baseman. He'll bat sixth. Spencer Helberg is the catcher. He'll bat seventh. Brennan O'Brien, the senior second baseman. He'll bat eighth. And batting ninth, the freshman first baseman, Ethan Pettis. Walraff, Powers, Gillen, Myers, Larson, Puter, Helberg, O'Brien, and Pettis. They'll do it all against Christian Munt. Lefty on the mound for the Robbinsdale Armstrong Falcons. A couple extra warm-up tosses. They were all waiting because they're not given the baseballs by the umpire. Bottom of the first. Yet to get underway. 2 runs in the top half. Lead single, fielder's choice, hit batter. Put 2 on. A ground ball moved him to second and third with 2 down. Clutch hit from Dylan Integer. Couldn't have placed it more perfectly down the right field line to score 2, and he legged it out for a double himself. So the Bengals in a hole. They gave up 2 runs through the first 5 innings. Game against Andover, and then gave up the winning run in a 3-2 loss in the bottom of the 7th. Not a lot of runs against the Bengals early in games thus far. Ben Walraff, the senior shortstop, will try to pull them out of an early hole. Bats from the left-hand side, lefty v lefty to start in the bottom of the first. First pitch swinging fouled up and away. No balls and 1 strike. Set the defense after this batter for the Falcons in their red uniforms, red, white, and blue caps. Bengals all white uniforms. The 0-1 slips outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bengal script across the front. It's consistently some of the best gear for this Bengal baseball program. The 1-1 pitch. Looped off the fist and down towards third and foul. It's just below 40 degrees. When we had the first pitch started at 39. We may still go up a degree or 2, but not to make much difference. A little bit of wind every now and again. Nothing too strong as it's a 1 ball and 2 strike count with 2 foul balls from Ben Walraff here in the bottom half of the first. First batter for the Bengals today. The 1-2. Chopped slowly in front of the mound. Play made by Munt as he flips his hat away. Throws a little bit high, but it's pulled down by Frank at first base just to get Walraff at the bat. Nice play. The 1-3 put out. It's definitely the purposeful flip on the bill of the cap for Munt as he charged after that one off the top of the mound. Front of the mound where he finished. Completes the play 1-3. Out Joey Powers. Stand in a hit in his first 5 at bats. He's also walked and scored a run so far over the first 2 games as he takes a strike. Munt firing strikes. 2 foul balls from Walraff in that first at bat. Now a strike taken by Powers. The 0-1 pitch. Lined right up the middle, and that'll get through for a base hit. Powers with his second hit of his junior season. He'll stop at first base. That'll bring the tying run to the plate in the person of Gavin Gillen. Senior left fielder, a couple of hits already, including a double. He's scored a run in his first 2 games. Defensively for the Falcons, Bryce Campbell in left, Noah Wisejohn in center, Owen Reeve in right. Grant Proctor, Christopher Bray, Isaac Pallone, and Dayton Frankie third to first around the infield. First pitch, fastball missed outside. Eric Berg, just a hair out of the crouch to gather in that one. 1 ball, no strikes. 2-0 lead for the Falcons here in the bottom of the first. Runner on, check swing. Long deliberation over that pitch, but eventually a strike called at the plate. Even up at 1-1. 2 runs on 2 hits in that top of the first. First hit for the Bengals. Second batter here in the bottom half. Their double play depth up the middle, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, fooled him with the breaking ball. Month hasn't broken many of those off yet. Left-handed flinging senior. Nice one right there. High blue socks. Big blue 22 on the back of that red uniform. The 1-2 grounded towards first and down the line into right field. Powers. He'll dig in for third, and they'll be on the corners. The throw goes down to third. And they'll still be on the corners with the tying runs on for Preston Myers, the junior right fielder. Back-to-back hits. That first base line has been open today. That's where the RBI double dropped for the Falcons earlier. And that one just slipped under the glove of Frank. Time called at the plate. Preston Myers, the right fielder, a hit in his first 4 at-bats. He's also walked twice over the first 2 games. Struck out once. 2 hits apiece, 2 runs cashed in with a big base hit with 2 outs for the Falcons. Bengals trying to match that here, at least drive home 1 at least with a hit. The infield up the middle has creeped in a little bit for that first pitch to Myers that was upstairs. No balls and 1 strike. Excuse me, 1 ball and no strikes. Flip that around. Quick look over to first. Throw never materialized, and that'll be a balk. Can't fake that throw. Fake to third and throw to first, and that will advance the runners to second and bring them home. So the balk brings home a run. You step to first, you got to throw it. Munt frustrated with himself. Coach stepped out just to make sure that the umpire explained it to him. Right after the balk, that one hits the very tippy top of the backstop here and caroms back down towards the plate. So unconventional, but the balk brings home a run. Still 1 out, now a runner in scoring position. It's the tying run out at second base. Preston Myers, even in the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch on the way, that breaker is in there for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Breaking ball slipped out of the hand there. Didn't quite stay on top of it, so it stays outside. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Myers, as mentioned, a hit and 4 at-bats, yet to drive in a run. Just the 4 total runs for the Bengals over their first 2 games. Shutout helped them split those 2 as that one's grounded just foul down the first baseline. It'll stay 2 balls and 2 strikes. Back to second goes Gillen. Started calmly enough. Ground ball back to the pitcher for out number 1 off the bat of Ben Walraff. Joey Powers singled. Gavin Gillen singled down the right field line, allowed Powers to go to third, which became key. Balk early in this at bat gave everybody a free base, and that sent Powers home to make it 2-1. Breaking ball outside all the way to the backstop, and a big turn there for Gavin Gillen. He'll hold on at third base, so a wild pitch moves a runner 90 feet away. Still just one down. Also loads the count at 3-2. Glad you're with us here. Cloudy day, doesn't look like that's going to change much. Pretty significant cloud cover all around the Blaine Baseball Complex here. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase the high fastball. Credit Munt there at a full count. Trusting that fastball going up top. It'll be up to Ethan Larson to come up with a big hit. Falcons scored 2. Benefit of a 2-out double. Bengals chance to tie it with a 2-out hit. Larson looking for his first hit of the season. First pitch, checked his swing on a fastball, called a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Larson does have one of the RBI for the Bengals, however. Despite the 0-for-6 start. Productive outs. The 0-1. Bent the knee there as that one sweeps inside towards the ankle. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Adam Pooter on deck. Should the inning continue. 1-1. Outside corner for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Balk and a wild pitch. Self-inflicted for Christian Munt. Trying to keep his team up by a run here after 1. 1-2. Breaking ball too far inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grounded on the right side. Pallone up with it. Flip to first in time, and that will end the inning. So the damage is limited, but a balk and 2 hits help produce a run. We'll go to the top half of the second. Falcons with a 2-1 lead from the Blaine Baseball Complex on North Metro TV. Back at the Blaine Baseball Complex, Bengal baseball here on North Metro TV. Northwest Suburban Conference matchup between the Blaine Bengals, who sit at 1-1, and the Armstrong Falcons at 3-1. It's 2-1 Falcons. 7, 8, 9 hitters in the top half of the second. First pitch to Eric Berg is in there for a strike. Joey Powers trying to bounce back, gave up a couple of hits, including a 2 RBI double to Dylan Integer in the first inning. 0-1 pitch. Popped out. He does bounce back, getting ahead of the first 2 hitters. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 runs on 2 hits and no errors so far for the Falcons. 1 run on 2 hits and no errors for the Bengals. 0-2 pitch, trying to get him to chase, buried it in at the feet. Another left-handed hitter. Eric Berg follows Christian Munt. The pitcher is left-handed, top 3 hitters in the order left-handed, so 5 of the first 7 from the left side as that's pulled foul, first base side. Stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Berg, the junior catcher. Lines one hard through the right side. That'll get into right field for a base hit. Back-to-back singles with back-to-back innings rather with lead singles. Put a runner on for the number 8 hitter Owen Reeve. Senior in right field today. Get a courtesy runner out there. Nolan College will run for Eric Berg. Over at first base. Bunt shown, pulled back. Fastball taken up high. Umpire wants the batting glove from Joey Powers out of his back pocket. The opposite of the legendary, if not true, potentially true Nolan Ryan story. This pitch taken For a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Ryan at one point to it. Major league hitter didn't like that he had extra batting gloves. They were sticking out of his pocket. It's a fashion statement. Throw over. And the story goes, it's actually 1 ball and 1 strike. Ryan called his catcher out, asked the catcher to tell the hitter to tuck him in. The hitter refused. He got one of those Ryan Express fastballs right in the ribs. The 1-1. Pop foul back to the screen. This here, instead, the umpire telling the pitcher to tuck in the batting gloves. Nolan Ryan wore batting gloves when he hit. Pitched both before the DH and in the National League after the DH. The 1-2. Reach forward, chop, dangerous, down to first, fielded by Pettis. He'll race to the bag and get there in time for out number 1. So he'll retire Reeve 3 unassisted. Pinch runner, the courtesy runner, College goes down to second. On the fielder's choice, that'll bring up Bryce Campbell, the number 9 hitter. 1 down, Falcons lead it 2-1. Campbell, the junior left fielder, batting from the right side. The pitch is taken for a strike. 5 of the 9 hitters lefties against the right-handed Joey Powers. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball buried inside, and Campbell couldn't hold up. So he's down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Runner at second base, 1 out. 1-run ball game here so far. Falcons have won the lone 1-run game that they have played. Powers falling awkwardly off the mound that time as he tries to spin in the breaking ball, missed outside. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bengals lost their 1-run game so far. That 3-2 walk-off at the hands of the Huskies. The 1-2 fouled straight back. Stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So after falling down 0-2 in the at-bat, Bryce Campbell will see a 5th pitch here, at the very least. 2 in the first for the Falcons, answered by 1 in the bottom half for the Bengals. The 1-2 pitch misses down low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Both teams patient so far. The 2-2. That one swing and a miss. So he fooled him twice during the at-bat. The final time for the strikeout. Second punch out for Powers of the game. It's back to the top for Pelone. Singled in his first at-bat. He was erased on the 6 unassisted up the middle. Nearly did the Bengals turn 2. It was a great secondary lead there at second base. It's slapped out towards left field. Gillen won't get there. He'll cut it off, but not before the run comes around third to score. And Berg, the leadoff single, cashed in again. Second straight inning, a lead single results in a run, and it's 3-1 in favor of the Falcons. 2 for 2 on the day for Isaac Pelone, and he's got an RBI. Bring up Noah Wisejohn. Reached on a fielder's choice. He scored a run. Back in the first. Time called late there. Back into these left-handed hitters. Wisejohn, the second of 3 to lead off the order from the left side. Takes a strike at the knee. 2 down. 3-1 lead for the Falcons. Armstrong comes in leading the Northwest Suburban Conference early going. Only team with 2 conference wins, and they've yet to lose a Northwest Suburban Conference game. Only loss of the season in their opener to Hopkins. Hopkins a top 10 team at 4A. And yeah, wasn't close, 12-1. Falcons, though, have come back with their own 12-run game since then. As I mentioned in the first, they've outscored their last 2 opponents 20-2. This one spit towards third base. Peters up with it over to first, picked on the back end by Pettis to end the inning. But 2 more hits result in a run for the Falcons. New score after 1.5, 3-1. Armstrong with the lead over Blaine. Back to the Blaine Baseball Complex after this on North Metro TV.
Jason, let's go see your room.
That's not right. How was it? Is it good?
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight, both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back, because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Back with you, Blaine Baseball Complex. Preston's at the controls, Emma on the camera. I'm JW Cox here with North Metro TV. Glad you're tuning in to some baseball on a late April day. And, well, this is nothing new. Late April, spring season, everybody's still bundled up. A low 40s, maybe, type afternoon. As the first pitch of the bottom of the second inning to Adam Pewters, take it down low for a ball. Hellberg and O'Brien to follow. Against Christian Munt, his own balk forced in a run from third base in the bottom half of the first. Team got him that one back, so it's back to a 2-run lead, 3-1. Favor the Falcons. Pewter heading the count. No balls, excuse me, 2 balls and no strikes. 3-0. Sophomore walked twice. His first 6 plate appearances. Hit so far this season across 2 games, the 3-0. Missed, ball 4, so he will walk again, and the Bengals for the first time get their lead runner on. Leadoff base hit has resulted in a run each of the first 2 innings for the Falcons. The Bengals can do down by 2, but the tying run comes to the plate here. Just with a runner on. Person of Spencer Hellberg, the junior catcher. Munt, the lefty, looking straight across at first base, delivers just outside. So nothing in the zone in the inning yet. Hellberg with those high blue socks. Looks down, has his sign, breaking pitch outside, and the sign right now, everybody in the park knows what it is. You're waiting on the first strike to be thrown before you do anything with the bat off the shoulder. Munt's 2-0. That one catches the outer half, close to where the first pitch was. This time gets the call, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Wind picking up. Just in the inning. 2-1 is upstairs. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. Now looking for a pitch in his zone to drive for Hellberg. He's 1 for 2. Left to your own devices to figure out wind direction at this point. The Blaine Baseball Complex, as that one was up in the zone, but a fastball to hit and fouled back. So it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. There are no flags that I can see. Flag pole just to the left of the scoreboard, empty today. Seems like it's blowing at me though. This one is flared away from me down the right field line. A long run coming over, and that one's just going to push foul. That might have been some of that wind, because directionally at all, it might be pushing towards that right field line. So that might have kept that one foul. Pushed it foul. Stay 3 balls and 2 strikes. Would have been interesting. Spinning down there. Owen Reeve tracking over. See what he could do. Swing and a miss, the fastball right back in the zone, and from 2-0 and 3-1, back comes Christian Munt for the strikeout. Second punch out of the game, first out of the inning. Brennan O'Brien, number 8 hitter. for his first 7. A couple of strikeouts over the first 2 games. First pitch showed a bunt, took a fastball upstairs and in. At least did the job of drawing in Grant Proctor from third. Couple of steps. Ethan Pettis, freshman first baseman, swinging on deck. 1-0 on the way. Low and away, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. 2 in the first, 1 in the second for the Falcons. 1 in the bottom half of the first for the Bengals. Now a quick chat from Munt. Bring his coach. The entire infield in the control has not been sparkling here in the second for Christian Munt. Yet he's limited damage so far. 3rd run critical. Bengals are going to have to do something today to get a win that they haven't done yet, and that's score more than 2 runs in a game. Did it in their win 2-0 over Coon Rapids. Lost 3-2. Their loss to open the season. We're supposed to play yesterday against Buffalo. Rogers, excuse me. That one pushed now. The 2-0. Missed too far inside. 3 balls and no strikes. Run away from first, 1 down. And ball 4. So the usual bump you get from a visit to the mound does not come for Munt. And his 2nd walk of the inning puts 2 on with 1 out for Ethan Pettis, the first baseman. It was Buffalo. Bengals are going to make that up tomorrow here at the complex. Ethan Pettis from the right side, 0 for his first 2 at-bats. One of those a strikeout as he takes a ball down low and in. So Munt battled back in the at-bat against Spencer Hellberg, where he also fell behind 2-0 and 3-1. Hellberg nearly dropped one down the right field line and swung and missed for strike 3. Since then, a walk, now a strike in there for Munt to even it up at 1-1. Ethan Pettis, just a freshman. Playing first base, starting there and hitting in the number 9 spot. Ben Walraff, the shortstop, on deck, the 1-1. Fisted back to the mound. Munt bobbled it, but it was foul. Caught a piece of the plates to slow it down. So it'll be strike 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Piece of the plates might have been optimistic. That might have caught a piece of Pettis. It's Coach Erickson coming down the line to talk to him. And you can see from Coach Erickson's attire what you're dealing with here. So bundled up in stocking caps out in the crowd today. The 1-2. Breaking ball, strike 3 called at the knees, dropped in there. Munt has struggled with the command. 2 walks, but he's also punched out 2, so he's an out away from limiting this damage in a big way. It'll be up to Ben Walraff, the senior. 0 for 1 so far today. Grounded out in his first at bat. Makes him 1 for his first 5. He has walked twice, driven in a run, and been hit by the pitch. From the left side, lefty v lefty matchup. Watches that one come inside and bounce to the dirt. For ball 1. Wind has been pretty consistent towards that first base dugout of the Falcons throughout this bottom of the second, as that one just gets a piece of the backstop. Flips out over the crowd. 1 ball and 1 strike. Second inning from the Blaine Baseball Complex. This game is 40 minutes old already here in the bottom of the second. 4 runs scored between the two teams. The 1-1 that's lifted out towards second base. Long run over for Pallone, and he'll put it away for out number 3. Nearly dropped. Could have kept the inning alive, but it does not. So 2 walks do no damage. Dancing there for Christian Munn to get out of it. To the third, 3-1 Armstrong here on North Metro TV.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
After 2 innings of play, 3-1. Armstrong Falcons with the lead. They'll send up the 3-4-5 hitters, Dayton Frank, Grant Proctor, and Dylan Integer. Integer the big blow in this game, the 2 RBI double with 2 outs in the top half of the first. Set the Falcons up with their first 2-run lead of the game. It was as close as a run after the Bengals scored the bottom half. But the Falcons tacked on a run in the top half of the second. Bengals did not answer, leaving 2 in the bottom half. Joey Powers, with his team in a deficit, delivers a first pitch breaking ball, bending in to Dayton Frank. He was hit by the pitch in his first at bat. Third of those 3 left-handed hitters to start the lineup, Coach Soish. 0-1 pitch. Missed down low for a ball, and it's 1-1. Grounded towards the middle. That's Walraff fielding a couple of steps towards second base, throws over on a bounce, and it's picked out by Pettis. And that, your first leadoff batter retired of this game for the Bengals. Last 2 innings, leadoff batters come away with base hits. So a good start for Powers. All his runs earned so far after he gave up 2 unearned runs in his first start of the season. First pitch at the knees and on the outside, black for a strike to Grant Proctor. Senior third baseman grounded out. Out number 2 that moved the runners into scoring position in that first. Held up there on the fastball in the outer half. 1 ball and 1 strike. Integer waiting for his chance on deck. 1-1 pitch at the knees. Same spot as strike 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 4 hits so far for the Falcons. The 1-2, chop slowly foul towards the Bengal dugout. Talked about Coach Erickson. Blaine through and through. Jefferson Elementary, Northdale Middle School. Graduated from Blaine High School in 2003. The 1-2. Strike 3 called at the knees. Bent that one in there after a couple of called strikes on the outer half. Powers gets strike 3 called on the inner half. 3 strikeouts in the game for Powers, and 2 down with the bases empty for Integer. 1 for 1 with the 2-run double back in the first. Breaking pitch. That one's at the belt for a strike. Powers dealing, looking for the first 1-2-3 inning either way in this game. Here in the top half of the third. The 0-1. Inside half for a strike, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Powers a bit of a groove here. He did walk 3 in his first outing. So far today, no walks, but he's hit a batter. 0-2. Breaking ball. Powers wanted it, so did Helberg. Didn't get it. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. More chatter from the Armstrong dugout after that one. Cheering for Integer to use it here. And from the Bengal dugout, griping the 1-2 a little further off the plate that time. Helberg tried to bring that one back. It's even up at 2-2. Want the pitcher on deck. Base is empty and 2 outs, already a 2-run lead for the Falcons. The 2-2. Strike 3 called at the knees. Back-to-back punch-outs looking in the first 1-2-3 inning of the game either way. To the bottom of the third, Bengals down by 2, 3-1 from the Blaine Baseball Complex on North Metro TV. Back with you at the Blaine Baseball Complex. To the bottom of the third we go. First 0 put up on the board by the Bengals on defense. So a chance here in a 2-run game. Come right back. Try and even things up. Do it with the top of the lineup, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Joey Powers, the pitcher. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored. Gavin Gillen and then Preston Myers to follow. First pitch swinging, tapped foul. No balls and 1 strike. Christian Muntz worked himself into and out of a jam in the second, issuing 2 walks, but also striking out a pair, getting a 4-3 ground out in the inning. The 0-1. Check swing. And they appealed. Did he go? They will ask. No swing. 1 ball, 1 strike. That was that little looping humpback liner out to second base that was tracked down by Pallone, then ended the last inning. The 1-1. Fastball too high. Powers 2 hits and his first 7 at-bats now. Also a walk. Two-1. Chop left side. Played to his right for Christopher Bray. Backhands it. Long throw. Just in time. Powers thought he beat it. A couple of high steps there. It was slow developing as the ball got out to Bray slowly. He looked to be charging, then had to play it off to the right. And Powers booking it down the line. Call doesn't go his way. And there's 1 down for Gavin Gillen. Bray, by the way, the shortstop, not in the lineup. He's the one being designated hit for by Integer, not the pitching spot of Munt. First pitch misses inside to Gillen. He's also got a base hit in 1 at bat. He was left at third base as the potential tying run in the bottom half of the first. Outside on the 1-0 pitch, makes it 2-0. They go back to the balk and 2 walks. Balk brought home a run. The 2 walks put 2 on with 1 out. It's been trouble worked into all on his own for months, but he has limited the damage, and his team's given him 3 runs of the first 3 innings. 2-0 pitches upstairs. It's 3 balls and no strikes. That was Gillen's 3rd hit of the season already, back in the first inning. 3-0 pitch, take it all the way. It takes it for a strike. 3 balls and a strike. (3-1). Upstairs, ball 4. 3rd walk in an inning and a 3rd. Spans the last 7 batters here. 3 of them have reached via the walk. So 3 strikeouts in this game for Munt. Preston Myers at the plate now. One of those strikeout victims, the junior right fielder. Becomes the tying run at the plate. First pitch taken on the outer half for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Myers and then Larson here with a 1 out and runner on. Strikeout back in the first, the 2nd of the season for Myers. He watches the 1-1 pitch. The The 0-1 pitch rather bend outside for a ball, and it now is 1-1. Time call. And that will draw a visit here. I don't know if Munt is dealing with something. He's biting his fingernail out there. Timeout was initiated from the mound, not from a visit from the dugout. Control issues. So without being down there in the huddle. And I think we got some fingernail clippers retrieved by the catcher Berg. Seeing a little bit of everything here early. Lots of smiles down in that huddle. As Mond uses the clippers. Little impromptu manicure there. Biggest smile came from Isaac Balone, the second baseman. Had to put the glove up to the mouth, cover up the laughing there. So get back to play with a 1-1 count on Preston Myers, runner on and 1 out. Falcons up by 2. The 1-1. Runner goes, pitch swung on and missed. Throw down to second. Is there? Did he get the tag? No, and the ball slips away. Ball and a runner reach the base at the same time. It'll be the first stolen base and now 2 attempts for Gavin Gillen on this season. Puts a runner in scoring position here in this 3-1 game. Was a strike. Swung on and missed. The 1-2 breaking pitch stayed too high. Count even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Both of the hits for the Bengals came in the first inning. 3 base runners across the last 2 innings now, all via the walk. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for the punch out of the game for Christian Munt. Brings up Ethan Larson, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Bengals now 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position in this game as the first pitch to Larson is swung on and fouled back. 2 balls and 1 strike. His was one of those, a ground out with a runner down the line at third with 2 outs. Back in the first. He's got 2 outs again now and a runner at second in a 3-1 game. Breaking ball popped up right side, foul territory. Maybe a play for Frank over and he'll run out of room. Drops down into the Falcon bullpen. Again, that wind pushing things towards that first base right field line. If it had been calm and still, maybe a chance for Frank down that line, but got well out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. 3 walks, no hits of the last inning and 2/3 for Christian Munt. Stranded a pair so far, trying to do it again. A strike away here. It's bottom of the 3rd, the 0-2. Making pitch stays too high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Larson, the senior center fielder. 0 for 7 now, has driven in a run on this season. The 1-2. This one popped up, should stay in play on the right side. Foul territory, but Frank with a bead on it, fighting that wind, lunges back and makes the catch hat high to end the inning. So again, Munt works around a walk, works around trouble. We're through 3. 3-1, Armstrong leads. It's high school baseball on North Metro TV.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Back with you here in Blaine, just off Paul Parkway. Blaine Baseball Complex. 3-1 lead for the Falcons. We go to the top of the fourth. The pitcher Munt to lead things off. Then Eric Berg and Owen Reeve. All against Joey Powers. Powers the first 1-2-3 inning either way. Top half of the third moments ago tried to do the same thing. He misses upstairs with the fastball. Pitch number 1. Big slate of games scheduled in the Northwest Suburban Conference this afternoon as that one's clubbed out towards right field. Steps in, now settling under it is Preston Myers, and he'll put it away. So that one came off the end of the bat strong and then held up there for Myers in right field. One down for Eric Berg. He singled. The courtesy runner for him, Nolan College, came around to score back in the second. Off the catcher's base hit. Including both of our other 2 schools that we cover here on North Metro TV. Centennial is at Maple Grove. All of these 4:30 starts as the first pitch taken low and away by Eric Berg. It's 1-0. Spring Lake Park at Anoka today. All these dependent on whatever weather might be going on, of course, all through the spring, but we do actually see some blue sky. No sun just yet. Threatening to pop out here, but not just yet. The 1-0 pitch was in there for a strike. It's even up at 1-1. Bunt shown, and no contact, but he did offer it that. So it was down to the dirt for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Seven games total, including this one. So our 3 teams in action. The 1-2. Fastball bends him out of the way. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Elk River travels to Andover. Ossios at Coon Rapids. Rogers at Park Center. Totino Grace is at Champlin Park. 2-2. Popped up left side. Should be playable, but it's shallow left field, drifting towards foul territory. It'll be the third baseman, Adam Pewter, who puts it away for the out. So a couple of testy little fly balls here. 1 to right field and 1 down the left field line. The Bengals prove equal to the task. And now Owen Reeve will stand in. Grounded to first base in his first at bat. And one final from yesterday in the conference as well, as Rogers visited Eden Prairie and beat them 7-5. Again, Powers comes off awkwardly off the mound. Second time he's done that in the game. Misses low and away for ball 1. Armstrong at 2-0 in conference play. Tops in the conference coming into today. 1-0 is in there for a strike from Powers. Champlin Park, Park Center, Totino Grace, all unbeaten at 1-0 in conference play. And the bulk of the conference sits at 1-1. Grounded up the middle, and Powers is there. Snares it with the gloved left hand. Flips to first in time. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for Joey Powers. He's set down 7 in a row as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Bengals trailing the Falcons 3-1 on North Metro TV.
Roll over. Chance high 5. All right.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique.
And your mother and
I am totally a hat person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
Bottom of the 4th inning, 3-1. Falcons with the lead here on North Metro TV. Adam Pewter's swinging at the first pitch. Grounds it on the right side, scooped up by Pallone over to first in time. 1 pitch, 1 down for Christian Munt. That's a welcome change. He's been falling behind hitters, 3 walks in the last 2 innings, yet to surrender a run off of any of those 3. And he retires the leadoff batter here, Spencer Hellberg, in Brennan O'Brien schedule. Hellberg, the catcher, 0 for 1 today, 1 for 3 on the season. Batting from the right side as the sun does pop out just for this bottom of the 4th. First pitch strike. Patches of blue sky overhead as that bank of clouds breaking up just a bit here. Upper 30s at first pitch, just after 4:30. Doesn't change much. Feels better when the wind stops blowing, as it has for the moment right now. 0-1 pitch in there, just misses inside rather for a ball, and it's 1-1. Munt rocks and fires. 1-1 misses inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Those 1-1 teams I was talking about in the Northwest Suburban Conference standings, as the top 4 teams have yet to lose. Armstrong, the only team with 2 wins. The 2-1. Missed outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. Andover's 1-1. Bengals are 1-1. Cougars 1-1 in conference play. Maple Grove, Osseo, and Spring Lake Park all 1-1. 3-1 missed outside. That's ball 4. 4th walk of the game. They've all come now in the last 2 1/3 innings from Munt. Brings the tying run to the plate. Courtesy runner out there. Isaac Moyne. Moyne will run at first base for the catcher Hellberg. 1 down. Lefty Brennan O'Brien at the plate. 2 hits for the Bengals. They both came in the first inning. Since then, they've worked 4 walks, unable to cash in any. First pitch strike to O'Brien. He was one of those walks in his first at bat back in the second. In fact, the Bengals, balance of this game, have left 4 runners on base. Sun splashed infield and outfield now, and that'll be another balk. Faked over to first. Step to first, you got to throw to first. So he's given up 2 bases and a run via the balk. That's how the Bengals scored their run. Fake to third, fake to second, all the livelong day. But if you're going to step to first, you got to let it go. The 0-1. Bunt shown, drop down and foul. Head in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. 1 down, that was a ground out on the first pitch. Adam Pewter tried to jump all over that, grounded it out to second. Then the walk to Spencer Hellberg, courtesy runner Moyne out at second base. 0-2 pitch to Brennan O'Brien. Lifted out towards center field. Ois John right there. Settles underneath it, makes the catch over his left shoulder. 4 out number 2. That'll leave it up to Ethan Pettis. Can move the Bengals now to 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Pettis had a runner at second base back in the second inning. Struck out looking. Swings and misses at that one. 3, make it 4 straight first pitch strikes here in this inning for Munt. Did lose a batter to a walk, but much improved as far as the early count control. That one tapped foul. That'll be strike 2 over the last 2 innings. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bengals trailing it by 2 here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Back-to-back zeros up on the board for the Falcons, but they scored 3 runs in the first 2 innings. Freshman takes the ball down low. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Falcons left a runner on in each of their run-scoring innings. Able to come up with some clutch hits. The 1-2. This one grounded on the left side. That'll get through for a base hit. Spinning around third comes Hellberg. The throw will go to the plate, not in time. Standing up, it's Isaac Moyne, the pinch runner. He's safe. Safe at second base on the throw for Pettis. And an RBI single takes second on the throw, and it's a 1-run game with the tying run out at second base now for the Bengals. Moyne the speed and score. And now Ben Walrath with a chance at a 2-out hit to tie the game. It was a 2-out hit in the first for the Falcons that gave them a 2-0 lead. Came up with a clutch 2-out knock in the second. Well, see, that you can do. Fake a runner back to second base. I think there was a smile on the face there as he looked at the umpire, shook his head, yeah. Nobody was covering, so it just drives Pettis back. First pitch. Fastball bends Walraff's shoulder out of the way. Left-handed hitting shortstop, 0 for 2. He's grounded out and lined out to second. Good read, great speed there from second base for Isaac Moyen. Scoring a ball that just squirted through the left side. 2 outs helps a lot. The 1-0 in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Pettis not held on. The shortstop and second baseman not straying too far from the bag, but Pettis should be able to get a good secondary lead. 1-1 to Walraff. Grounded foul off the facing of the dugout. There was some activity in the bullpen for the Falcons. Nick Hubbard, senior right-hander, starting to work here with a run in and 1 on, but 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. 1-2. Slap foul, that time towards his own dugout by Walraff. Back-to-back foul balls. Time call. Not just taking too long, and so Walraff steps out. He's driven in a run so far this season in his first 6 at-bats. That one spins him out of the way, just like the first pitch fastball. Bengals hit's not a problem today. Third hit, base runner's not a problem really. Third hit, 4 walks. Strike 3 called, 0 for 3 for Walraff, and he leaves a runner out there at second base. But they do get 1 clutch hit from Ethan Pettis to narrow this back to a 1-run game. Run on 1 hit and a walk. A runner left at second will go to the 5th, 3-2. Falcons lead the Bengals on North Metro TV.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. You tell me to stay rooted. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? The kind to hug or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter what you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. And she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out.
Back with you on North Metro TV. New score 3-2 as the Bengals get a run closer in the bottom half of the 4th. RBI single for Ethan Pettis. And we'll have a pinch hitter here in the top half of the 5th inning. Still against Joey Powers. The Philip Ponce Perez, senior, off the bench to bat for Bryce Campbell, the left fielder. Takes a first pitch fastball that missed. Leadoff hitter. Been a trouble spot for Powers as this one's sent hard out towards right field. Couple of steps in and now back for Myers. He'll circle underneath it well shy of the fence. And he puts it away for out number 1. Last 2 innings now though. First hitter has resulted in a fly out to right. First 2 innings, though, back-to-back leadoff base hits. And those runners, after a fielder's choice in the first and then the exact runner in the second, both came around to score. It's a 1-run game. Back-to-back scoreless innings posted by Powers here against the Falcon lineup. Scored 2 in the first on the 2-run double from Dylan Integer. 2-out RBI single from Isaac Pallone in the second. The 1-0. Bunt shown after first pitch was in the dirt. Taken for a strike by Pallone. Count even up at 1-1. Grounded right side, long run on the backhand, down to an E for O'Brien. He's up and over to first in time. Long-ranging play. It was a couple of steps towards the line, and that one headed towards the middle. O'Brien able to get there, secure it for out number 2. Brings up Noah Wiesjohn. 9 straight retired for Powers, keeping his team right in this after it was 3-1 after 2 innings. The final out of the second, 3 up, 3 down in the third, 3 up, 3 down in the fourth, and now the first 2 been put out here in the 5th inning. First pitch was a ball to Wiesjohn. 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run, takes a strike as he was backing out there. Hand was down towards the barrel of the bat, hadn't really squared around to bunt. 2 outs, base is empty, the 1-1. Breaking ball low, 2 balls and a strike. Falcons have won 3 straight. After losing their opener, they're unbeaten in conference play. This Northwest Suburban Conference matchup here is the 2-1 pitch. Misses upstairs with the fastball. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. Hitters count for Wiesjohn. 3-1 in there for a strike. Wiesjohn had spun out of the box. It's also just the second time that the Falcons have played on the road this year. They will play, including this one, 3 of the next 5. Away from home. Wind picks up here. 2 outs. Base is empty, a full count. Powers to Wiesjohn. Ball 4, he lost him. His first walk of the game. He hit a batter back in the first. So with 2 outs, Dayton Frank. He was that batter who was hit. Came around to score the second run of the inning. It's the trail runner there. Grounded out in his second at bat, back in the third. Bunt shown, pulled back. High fastball taken upstairs. 5th inning, right now down a run. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Powers, Gillen, and Myers. The activity in the bullpen has stopped. Quick throw over there. Frank back here, Wiesjohn back in. One-0 pitch. Flared out towards left. Long run in for Gillen. Settling underneath it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So the 2-out walk does no damage, and we'll go to the bottom half of the 5th. Falcons still lead, but the lead is 1, 3-2 here on North Metro TV.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like, they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Back with you to the bottom of the 5th in a 1-run game. We do have a pitching change for the Falcons. Christian Munn's day is done. We'll give you those numbers in a second. Nick Hubbard be the new hurler, a right-hander for the first time today.
Different mentality here.
4 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. Christian Munn. struck out 5 Bengals, walked 4, leaves with the lead. First pitch strike from Hubbard to Joey Powers, then Gavin Gillen and Preston Myers, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. So cannot lose it here. Can only win it as Hubbard bends a big breaker in there for a strike. Powers getting a first look at the reliever Hubbard after going 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored against the lefty Munt. 0-2 pitch. Skips in the dirt. Tried to get him to chase. Powers singled and scored back in the first. That was after the Falcons had put up 2 runs. Bengals trying to come right back. They left the potential tying run at third. Last inning had the tying run at second. They left at least a runner in every inning. Total of 5. Pitch misses, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hubbard, the 2-2. Swing and a miss. First batter, a strikeout for Nick Hubbard, the senior. Brings up the right-handed hitting Gavin Gillen. Been on base twice. Walked, left at third. Or excuse me, singled left at third. Walked, stole a base, and was left at second. Out in front of that, swing and a miss. First pitch strikes. He was ahead of Powers, 0-2 was Hubbard. And ready to fire. Very quiet on the mound, the 0-2. That one fastball misses outside. 1-1. So now Gillen, 3 for 6. A double and a walk, and a run scored so far in the young season as he pops this one foul right over our heads and out of play. Stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Breaking pitch stays upstairs. Second straight 2 ball, 2 strike count. Preston Myers on deck. He was the scheduled hitter. Looks like Garrett Helmke. Moved out into the on deck circle as that one's grounded towards the middle. Over goes Bray. Couple of steps to his left towards the second base bag. Fields and fires to first in time. A 6-3 put out. Helmke will back for Preston Myers, who was in right field. So with 2 outs, trying to get something rolling here. Every batter that stands in representing the tying run. First pitch taken down low. Just the 4th plate appearance for Helmke. He's 1 for 3 on the season. 1 hit, a single. So far, Hubbard's missed with the first 2, falling behind a hitter for the first time. 2-0 pitch is outside. Ball 3, 3-0. Ethan Larson be the next scheduled hitter. 4 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 5 strikeouts, 4 walks for the starter, Christian Munn. And 1 in-game manicure. The 3-0. Outside corner for a strike. He had to get the team called together and call for the fingernail clippers a couple of innings ago. Good start for him. The 3-1 pitch. Missed inside, ball 4. So Helmke comes in. He will be the tying run after the 5-pitch walk. And now Ethan Larson. Pinch runner coming in. Re-entering. Preston Myers is. So Myers will run after Helmke hits. Helmke played in the first game of the season. Those 3 at-bats that he had. First pitch, good hack. Up empty, though, for Ethan Larson. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out, popped down. 2 outs, tying run at first base in this 3-2 game, bottom of the 5th. Myers a good lead. He's still held on over at first base. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. No balls and 2 strikes. Hubbard's first inning of work, retired the first 2 batters, strikeout, ground out. Lost the pinch hitter to a walk. Now the 0-2. Breaking ball, strike 3 called. Bins in beautifully and ends the inning. Bengals strand another runner, their 6th of the game. We'll go to the 6th. 3-2, Falcons hanging on to the lead. It's high school baseball on North Metro TV.
Maybe we can find aliens.
To the top of the 6th we go from the Blaine Baseball Complex, playing high school baseball today. Weather, whatever else is going on, these guys getting to go out, play the grand old game here for a little bit on an afternoon in late April. Joey Powers rips the breaking ball too low to the first hitter, Grant Proctor. 4, 5, and 6 in a 1-run game. 1 batter has reached over the last 3 innings against Powers. He falls behind Proctor 0-2. 2-0, excuse me. Proctor grounded out, struck out looking back in the 3rd. The 2-0. Popped up, right side of the diamond. Second baseman O'Brien calling for it. Wind drifted him a little further towards the line, and he makes the grab. Round number 1. That's the big change over the 3 straight zeros put up over the last 3 innings for Joey Powers. All 3 of those innings, he has retired the leadoff batter. Did not do that in the first 2 run-scoring innings for the Falcons. That led to this man's 2-out double, scored the first 2 runs of the game. Integer rather takes a ball off the plate outside. Since his 2-out double in the first, he struck out in the 3rd, the 1-0. Breaking pitch misses again, 2 balls and no strikes. Falcons lost that first game to top 10 team in the Hopkins Royals. Hopkins number 7 to start the season in the top 10. It's a strike is taken. It's 2 balls and a strike. Nobody from the Northwest Suburban Conference in the 4A rankings at the moment. The 2-1. Strike taken. 2-2. Falcons out of the gates, winning their first 2 conference games, come in today very early on. Top spot all alone in the conference. Strike 3 called. 2 outs here in the 6th. 5 punch outs. Just 1 walk and a hit batter for Joey Powers. He's given up 4 base hits. Those all came in the first 2 innings. He is hoping that lineup for the Bengals can erase this as a potential loss sometime over their final 6 outs. Delivers the first pitch strike. The new pitcher, Nick Hubbard, batting in that spot for Christian Mudd. 0-1 to 0-2 with the fastball and then the breaking ball. Powers a pitch away. Sending the onus back into his own dugout and that offense. Swing and a miss, and he does it. Powers 4 straight scoreless innings. Team still down a run, though, to the bottom of the 6th. Armstrong with a 3-2 lead. When we come back, it's high school baseball on North Metro TV.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Every day,
millions of people are connecting.
And even though we're overcoming obstacles, watching each other's backs,
and banding together.
we should still make an effort
We should still make an effort.
to get to know each other.
On a deeper level.
Father,
Cosplayer,
Mentor.
actor.
it's time we take a step forward
It's time we take a step forward. Come together.
and discover
How accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
With Emma out in the elements with me, I'm J.W. Cox. Preston's back in studio keeping us on the air here for this North Metro TV high school baseball production on a Tuesday. Softball scheduled to come your way Thursday on our airwaves. And of course, NorthMetroTV.com. The full schedule, keep up to date. Where, when, and how you can watch the Bengals, the Panthers, and the Cougars throughout the spring. Always a dodgy season. Weather cancellations and the like, but do our best to get out and cover when we can. That's why when it's 40 degrees, 39 degrees, and cloudy at first pitch, for a baseball game, you still take it. First pitch of the bottom of the sixth to Adam Puter was taken for a ball inside. He grounds this one down past third, trickling into left. Puter's on base for the second time in 3 plate appearances. He walked back in the second. He represents the tying run with nobody out. And it's the first time since he walked back in the second that the leadoff runner has reached. Looks like we'll have a pinch hitter. It will be Moyne, who was the courtesy runner for Hellberg after he walked back in the 4th inning. But now a straight-up pinch hit appearance for Isaac Moyne, the junior. Runner off first. Pitch taken upstairs. He lightly squared around, we'll say. Took a ball, the 1-0. Bunted at, and a beauty. Right out in front of the mound. They'll force him to make a play, and they'll leave the ball on the deck. Moyne reaches base with the go-ahead run. Pushes the tying run into scoring position. Oh, that was going to be close. I mean, I don't know where the official score is, but we're going to give it a base hit on the broadcast and let somebody tell us about that later. But that was such a beauty of a bunt. Moyne can fly, and down the line he went. So there's 2 on and nobody out. Tie breaking run at first base, the tying run at second. First pitch grounded up the middle. Through the wickets of the shortstop, and everybody's safe. That'll be an E6. And that'll load the bases. Put that go-ahead run in scoring position. Fielder's choice to move him to second and third. And the E6 to allow Brennan O'Brien to reach base. And that'll be a conversation for the Falcons. The Bengals will also take that opportunity to talk over it first. Bengals have left 6 runners on base in this game. They have 1 hit in their prior 8 at-bats with runners in the scoring position. That was the 2-out RBI single for the man who's scheduled to come to the plate, Ethan Pettis. Their first run of the game came home courtesy of a balk with runners at first and third. Back in the first inning. Pettis' RBI came in the 4th to make it 3-2. All 3 runs for the Falcons scored in the first 2 innings. Joey Powers has locked them down over the last 4 innings now to put his team in this position to be now a big base hit away from at the very least tying and potentially taking a lead. They're in on the corners. The first pitch to Pettis is slapped foul. Caught up in the trees and dropped down. Pettis struck out looking back in the second. And then that RBI single, the 0-1. Waited on it, grounded it down the third baseline. It's snared there on a dive to the bag, gets the out. What a play by Grant Proctor, but it will tie the game. Running on contact. Puter comes home to score. It's an RBI fielder's choice. Hellberg is retired, 5 unassisted. Brandon O'Brien goes down the line, or goes out to second. Pettis safe on the fielder's choice at first. Pitch slapped back, foul to the screen by Ben Walraff, who's 0 for 3. Now he's got a chance with that tie-breaking run in scoring position. 0-1, breaking ball. Swung on and foul tipped back into the glove of the catcher. No balls and 2 strikes. 1 down. Bases loaded, ground ball, diving play, both to make the stop and get to the bag for Grant Proctor. Gets him that out as that one served out towards center field and down for a base hit. O'Brien held up at third as the throw comes in rolling to the plate. They'll reload on the base hit from Ben Walraff. Push the go-ahead run down the line at third. Pettis stops at second. Coach Erickson gave it a long look there to maybe spin O'Brien around the bag and try and take the lead. But with 1 out and the number 2 hitter Powers coming to the plate, holds him up. And out can drive in a run again. They got the fielder's choice to bring home the tying run here in this inning. Now Powers, the pitcher, has it on his bat to give his team a lead. Breaking pitch hits the outer half from Hubbard. No balls and 1 strike. Powers singled and scored back in the first. He has locked it up over the last 4 innings on the hill, allowing just a single base runner. And his team has come back and erased what was at one point a 2-0 and a 3-1 deficit. This one grounded left side and through for a base hit. 1 run scores, a second being wound around. The throw will be cut off. It's a 2 RBI single for the starting pitcher, Joey Powers. And just like that, the Bengals take their first lead of the day. It's 5-3. O'Brien scores easily. They were snug towards the bag at second, and that allowed that to slip past the diving Christopher Bray. Would have scored a run anyway, and that made it 2 as Pettis chugged around from second. Walraff stops at second, Powers at first. Still just 1 out. Breaking pitch in there for a strike to Gavin Gillen. Looking to get greedy now. Tack on runs for Powers. And how appropriate for him to pick up the clutch hit. The 0-1. Breaking ball served out to right field. And on quickly with the hat-high catch comes Reeve. He'll throw to first. Oh, they say in time. Powers thought there was no way, but the base umpire says he didn't get back there in time, so the double play ball from Reeve in right, the put out of Gillen, the fly ball to right, and then 9-3 behind Powers to erase him. But he did the damage after the fielder's choice ground ball off the bat of Ethan Pettis tied the game. Bases reloaded on the Ben Walraff single, and the 2-run single from Joey Powers sets the score at 5-3 Bengals to the 7th here on North Metro TV.
I know what you're thinking. I need a job. I need a new career.
Well, I've been there.
I've been there.
I've been there. I wasn't happy with what I was doing.
After high school, I didn't have a plan.
I just wanted to start working. I got laid off twice, but you gotta keep going.
You just need the right skills. Find an apprenticeship.
I found a 2-year IT program.
I found a medical course online.
I'm now a consultant in the tech space.
You have more options than you think. You can do this.
You will find something.
You will find something new.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life, but how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have prediabetes, a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, but more than 80% don't know they have it. The good news is, prediabetes can be reversed, and for many people, healthy changes in their daily routine can make a big difference. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Bengals up 2 to the top of the 7th, and the man on the mound to try and finish it will be Joey Powers. Came up with a big base hit moments ago to give his team the lead after he has held down the Falcons for 4 straight. Armstrong got on the board with a 2-out base knock from Dylan Integer. Scored 2. They got 1 more in the top half of the second. Leadoff single from Eric Berg. RBI base knock with 2 outs from Isaac Pallone. Bengals had scored a run courtesy of a balk in the bottom half of the inning off the starter Christian Month. He allowed 1 more run at the bottom of the 4th inning. 1 out walk, 2 out RBI from Ethan Pettis. First pitch swinging, flared foul here in the top of the 7th for Eric Berg, who's 1 for 2. Down to the count, no balls and a strike to Powers. And then the 3-run 6th inning, just moments ago for the Bengals, to give them the 5-3 lead. Swing and a miss. The catcher Berg chased one down low and in. It's no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2. Breaking pitch. Oh, fans wanted it. So did the infield. Just missed outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Comes back a pitch later. 3 straight strikeouts for Joey Powers. Back to the 2nd out of the 5th inning. Punched out the last 3 batters. He has 7 strikeouts in the game. 1 base runner since the 2nd. This one grounded slowly towards 2nd. Scooped up by O'Brien over to 1st. There's 2 down. And now Bryce Campbell. First pitch. Campbell takes it outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Campbell re-entering. He was pinch hit for, so he's got just a 1 at bat today. The 1-0 missed upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. The lone base runner since the 2nd inning was a walk for Powers. Came with 2 outs in the 5th inning. Was able to get a fly out to the next hitter. The 2-0 breaking ball in there for a strike. 2-1. 2 in the 1st for the Falcons, 1 back for the Bengals to make it a 1-run game. Falcons took a 2-run lead, kept it to the 4th when the Bengals scored a run. Swing and a miss. Out in front, it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And now a 3-run bottom of the 6th. And excellent late game pitching from Joey Powers has them a strike away from a comeback victory. The 2-2. Swing and foul tip back into the glove of the catcher Hellberg. And that will do it. Bengals. 3 runs in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And Joey Powers, excellent 5 straight scoreless innings to close the game to win it for the Bengals. They now sit at 2-1. Armstrong falls to 3-2. A big win in conference play for the Bengals. For him on the camera and Preston back in the studio, don't forget, go to NorthMetroTV.com to see our full schedule. I'm J.W. Cox. Plenty more spring action to come. Bengals win this one. Final score of 5-3, and you watched it all here on North Metro TV. Good night, everybody.